Good morning. In this work, the country of South Africa will be present in this work, saying that this team is made up of different colleges run English, elementary, and education inclusive degrees. Our team is made up of Campa Montaño Vanessa, Pérez Ariza Mayra Yesenia, Medet Galván Nassim Carlos, Hernández Ramírez Leslie Netzali, Castro Madrigal Vania Mariel, Trejo Albarrán Zoe Guadalupe, Medet Galván Ali Francisco, and Estrada Villavicencio Haddad.
South Africa geographic is limited north with Namibia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe. To the south, with the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. To the northeast, with Mozambique to be east with the Indian Oceans, and to the west with Namibia and the Atlantic. It's relieved by stratigraphy of plateaus, sunrise mountains, elevations, and divided by numerous river reliefs. The most important rivers are the Orange, the Vaal, the Caledon, the Limpopo, and the Olifant. The coast has a temperate climate, with temperatures that are between 13 degrees centigrade and 22 degrees centigrade. In the orange violet reaches is 35 degrees centigrade. The climate is continental. Its variation in the northwest is there is a desert climate. It's proximate caloric desert.
South African government. The president of South Africa is the head of state and the head of government. This is elected by the bicameral parliament, which consists of the South African National Assembly or lower chamber and the provincial national council or upper chamber. The South African government operates under a British-inspired parliamentary system in the Westminster system. The South African parliamentary system is markedly different from other Commonwealth of Nation country systems. Finally, the National Assembly. Well, the National Assembly has 400 members elected through a proportional electoral system. It's made up of 19 members representing each of South Africa's 9 provinces. Well, will also representing large cities. Well, each province in South Africa has an unicameral provincial legislature and an executive council headed by a premier.
How in the field of economics, South Africa is the most powerful and important of the Africa continent, concentrate 25% of a continent's GDP. South Africa is a very popular tourist destination and substantial amount of income comes from tourists. Meaning, South Africa has been one reason why the country is with the great growth economics. It is the currently second largest world producer worldwide. In the large producing of platinum in growth feed in gold and feed in gold, and one of the largest exports of diamond. The country is among the largest wine exports in the world.
South Africa's curiosities. In 1994, the first democratic elections were held free of racial discrimination, won by Nelson Mandela on behalf of the anti-apartheid movement CNA. Since then, Freedom Day has been celebrated every 27 April in the country. South Africa has a total of 11 recognized languages, making it the country with the most official language in the world. Specifically, they are the following: Afrikaans, English, Swazi, Banda. The design of the country's national flag today is quite young, having its origins in 27 April 1994, on the occasion of the first multiracial election in decades. The design followed Nelson Mandela release from prison, and the decision was made through a competition involving over 7,000 models. The first hair transplant from one human to another was carried out in South Africa, specifically in Cape Town, 1967. It was made by the team of Professor Christian Barnard, using a donor who was brain-dead after a car accident, and transplanting the organ to patient Louis Washkansky, who died of pneumonia 18 days later.
South African culture is as diverse as you can imagine.
The country is
So much
called
so
the
that
Rainbow
some call
Nation.
it the
It's a
Rainbow Nation,
metaphoric way to
and it
represent
is
the
totality,
cohabitation
multiracial
between
in their
different
society,
ethnic groups,
and they
not
have
their
some
function but their
many
gathering.
subgroups with various skin colors. Arguably, this is the country with the most diverse culture in the world. The black race, mostly Africans, speak English, in addition to their native language, depending on their place of origin and their ethnic subgroups. They are usually Christians. Among the whites, there is a strong culture and sports lovers, which has joined the origin black culture. And there are the Afrikaners I named before and the British, who are different. Religions believe vary, and the food is quite British, and the Hindu is also being taken into account, considering that some are vegetarians. It is something else that is becoming more and more popular among the entire population. With sports, as they note with the World Cup, they are lovers of this sport, and others brought by the British, such as rugby and cricket.
The country is called the Rainbow Nation. It's a metaphoric way to represent the cohabitation between different ethnic groups, not their function but their gathering. South Africa's stereotypes are not simple black and white matter. Historically, the nation was made up of numbers of wildly different cultural groups that under normal circumstances might have amalgamated into a singular hide called South Africans. At a popular level, Mandela appeared as the architect of the post-1994 nation buildings, utilizing the multitudinous rainbow nations to capture the hearts of mind of black and white South Africans alike. Johannesburg is a multicultural, multiracial and diversity city. It's the industrial and commercial heart of South Africa. Johannesburg's inhabitants are open-minded, funny, welcoming, and friendly. In this town, there is every demographic, every nationality, every walk of life, every age category. Johannesburg and Cape Town are very different. Cape Town is a quiet and slowly city, whereas Johannesburg is fast-paced.
The time has come to talk about the demography of religion and language. The religion in South Africa, the main religion is Christianity, mostly present and evangelical, but the traditional African cults also practiced sometimes mixed with Christian, Protestant and independent nature, the Islam and Hinduism. For mentors graded at that 1%, it also night Jersey community of around 70,000 people. Percentage of religion and the taste also relevant.
the language in South Africa. South Africa is the country with the most official language in the world. It's recognized 11 languages. The main two are of European origin and English, used a vehicle of communication between South Africa and the river Fort Bush.
The first part, the passion, is the soccer in Australia has been a symbol of the revolution. In South Africa, but referring to Australian soccer, which has caused the total change within this sport. It's a different soccer traditional, but interesting. In the second part, the world, like with South Africa, has the soccer and World Cup played in 2010, where they did not so through to the group stage, but it was considered on the best World Cups in the history, and due to the vibrant passion for the locals have in the country. And another sport in South Africa, traditionally is the rugby. There is a sport of contact and evasion forward of the ropes, and one ball. In South Africa, the national team dates back to the 1960 World Cups, the 1993, in the League World Cup, and the 20s, the Rugby League World Cup. And another moment, the team of the National Rugby League's impression in South Africa. The principal team in country is the Rhinos, is the ranked number 24 in the world of the 29 ranked countries. Is a impressional little and the great team.